Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today, let's discuss a very important topic in the IT industry. That's nothing but how to jump from 3 lakhs LPA to 32 lakhs per annum in automation testing. Okay, so why this is an important topic in IT industry? Because many state testers are still working for low level salary and uh, are not competitive in the current market. Okay. So I will give you the step-by-step explanation on how to jump from 3 LPA to 32 LPA with a background on automation testing. Guys, let me get started with the video. So jumping from 3 LPA to 32 LPA in automation testing is not about working harder, okay? It's about positioning yourself like a high value engineer. You should portray yourself as a multi-skilled person. Okay, that's the main rule that you need to keep in mind. Okay, so right now most testers are stuck because they only know the basics of Selenium and they cannot explain their framework design properly and they fail in scenario-based interviews. Okay, so let's try to fix this with real and proven mod roadmap. Okay, the step one is to shift your mindset that first of all, when you want to get started with the testing role or testing job role, you should assume yourself as an SDET. Okay, the tester who knows how to code. That's it. Okay, so at 32 lakh per annum, companies don't just hire the testers, they hire SDET or QA engineers who can build the complete systems from testing part. Okay, you must be that means what I'm trying to tell is you must become someone who can design the frameworks, someone who can debug like a developer, and someone who can own quality end to end. Okay, and then the next step is to master on any programming language. Okay, it requires you need to go through the core fundamentals of Java or JavaScript or Python, whichever the language you are comfortable with, at least in one programming language. Okay, and then you should know the basics of DSA. If you know very well, that's well and fine and good, but at least you should be aware on the DSA concepts on any of this programming language. Okay, so most of the candidates fail here. You need to upskill. Okay, and then the step three goes something related to the modern automation stack. Okay, along with Selenium, you need to know any other modern automation testing tool. You need to upgrade yourself to the Playwright. It is a high demand skill in market. And not only knowing Selenium will help you, you need to enhance your knowledge by incorporating the advanced Selenium concepts. Okay, you must know how to design the framework at and you should know how to explain the framework at architecture level and you should know end-to-end concepts like retry the logics, logging and reporting, parallel executions, handle the drop downs, handle the web elements, master in XPaths or CSS locators. You should know end-to-end concepts. Okay, and then you should be able to answer this question. Design a scalable automation framework from scratch. You should be confidently able to explain this question to the interviewer that you are ready to design a scalable automation framework from scratch. Okay. The step four goes like API with backend. Okay. This is the salary booster. You should know API testing tools and API automation tools like Rest Assured or Playwright API, and you should be able to understand the microservices. Okay. Guys, a quick gap I'll take. So this is an ultimate full stack automation QA interview mastery kit. It helps you in cracking the interview and also covered study materials and end-to-end job preparation kit where you'll be able to find all the company related interview questions along with detailed answers. And we are going to update the um, documentations and study materials every week, and we'll upload new contents and we have also covered AI related integrations with respect to the testing. Please check out my description for the link. you'll get to know. Yeah, let's move on to the topic. Step 5 is based on DevOps exposure. This is the game changer. You need to know the concepts of GitHub, Jenkins, and then Docker, Selenium Grid, or whatever it is. You should be aware on how the DevOps related things work. Okay, and then next comes the step 6, which is a system design for QA. And this is where it will make you to beat 90% of the candidates. You should know how the automation strategy work for the largest systems, and then you should understand the test pyramid and service virtualizations. Okay, and then uh, and then the next step goes on uploading your projects to the resume. Okay, you need to upload any three strong projects across all, I mean UI or API or whatever it is. And also, guys, do remember that not only knowing UI and API will help you, you should also be aware on how to perform performance testing and also how should one can do APM or mobile testing. Okay, so once when your projects are ready, put it on GitHub, resume, and then LinkedIn, and then publish it everywhere. Okay, and then the next step, the step 8 goes like cracking interviews strategically. Especially nowadays, interviewer doesn't ask the straightforward questions. So they will twist the question and they'll ask scenario-based questions, live coding, and they'll ask you to explain the frameworks. They'll ask you how to debug the code and many other things, guys. Okay, and then the step 9 goes on switch strategy. Okay, this is critical and it's must. You won't get 32 LPA straight away by staying in the same company. You have to target big companies like based companies, startups, MNCs with strong engineering culture. Okay, so here is I have given a simple trick on how to repeat this process. Apply for the interview, give the interview, get it rejected, and then improve where you went wrong, and then repeat the process. Do this till you get a good company and a good placement. Okay, and then to reach 32 LPA, you might need to make multiple switches also. Okay. So finally, what gets you 32 lakh per annum? The strong coding and then framework designing knowledge, API, UI, and database knowledge, CI/CD and real-time projects knowledge, and you should be able to explain that clearly with a confident communication. Okay. And then final takeaways. From 3 LPA to 32 LPA, it's definitely possible, but only if you think if you think you are an automation engineer who thinks like a software developer. Okay, so that's all I wanted to have for today. Thank you so much for watching my video. Uh, Hope you went through what I explained and be thorough for your next interviews. For any doubts or questions or clarifications, please put it in comment box. And yeah, for end-to-end company-wise and step-by-step interview questions and study materials, I have posted the link in description. Please check it out. Thank you so much for watching my video. Happy learning, happy testing.